Hey everyone, welcome to the Bible Belt Bros podcast, season whatever it is now. I don't even know. We don't do seasons.
I know it's 2019.
It's 2019, and this is the first episode in the new season with Andrew.
With me, yeah. I haven't been on my own show in a while.
Andrew's been ignoring me. So.
No, I haven't. You just don't remind me.
So what happened was we both lost in fantasy football, and we just had nothing else to talk about.
We both went into this Great Depression.
We did. Ugh.
Because Dusty wasn't so strong. I had a strong team. Until Kareem Hunt went out.
Pushed a woman 7 months ago.
Yeah, after he got hit first. You know, but hey, we can't hit women back. We can get assaulted, but we can't defend ourselves. Yeah. Granted, he probably shouldn't have kicked her, but he didn't kick her in the head.
I think
like
if he didn't kick her, and that wasn't even like a strong kick, but I think if he didn't do the kicking motion and touch her, that he probably would have been okay. Because he didn't push her, he pushed a guy into her.
Right.
It was the kicking action afterwards that probably warranted.
Which you can't see struck her.
Right. Or like... It could, yeah. It definitely didn't. She was already phased, but it's just one of those things. Like he's walking away and she's continuing to attack. It was just a weird situation. Well, now he's a Cleveland Brown with Baker Mayfield, so maybe they'll work something out. So
maybe they'll actually be good.
You know
if they'll just draft an offensive line to help Baker and Kareem, they'll be good. Don't worry about defense. Defense doesn't win championships.
Exactly, but. This is no longer fantasy football podcast, Andrew.
Listen, I have all this kept up anger. I gotta get it out. I should not have done so bad. I think you and I finished, 6th and 7th?
Yeah, it was
I was like 2nd and 3rd all season.
Usually for me, I have 3 leagues, and one of those leagues I'll do great in, and this one was every league was mediocre. And so... Yeah, just the story of my life. Mediocre.
Dusty, I have confession. Is this a safe place for confession?
Possibly.
Okay, well, I tried to kick you out of our league.
What?
Okay, I didn't try.
Because I was too good?
Because if I tried... No, they were talking about going down to a 10-man.
Oh.
And we already lost someone. But I think we have discussed keeping it a 12-man. I was like, you guys need me to kick Dusty out?
Well, you know...
I don't have feelings. I'll do it.
And I haven't... I guess I did good last year.
Yeah,
but yeah, I would understand. I don't know I only know you and Fletch.
Right.
So.
And you don't come to our stuff.
And I don't come to your stuff. No.
Yeah. So
I came to the draft.
Yeah, that is true.
I met everybody for the first time.
Yeah. Did you go last year or this year's draft? I mean.
Yeah. I went this year. I didn't go.
You went to the first year, didn't? No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, because I got in trouble the year prior.
They had it. No, they had it at Twin Peaks or whatever.
Yeah, and I got in trouble the year prior.
Yeah, and
for going there.
We
did it at my house.
We did it at your house. You and I were together.
Yeah,
online
because my wife bought us a bunch of food and lots of beer.
We had our own draft party with no ladies.
That's right.
No girls allowed
because my wife left.
Yeah,
so did my daughter.
Left. And it was just me and Andrew.
Yep.
Okay, Andrew and I is how you use that sentence. Okay. Anyways, no longer about fantasy football. Today, Andrew, we haven't.
Are we talking about Fortnite?
No Fortnite either.
What?
Yeah.
Is this even Bible Belt Bros?
I know. It's a new year.
All right, what are we talking about?
New year, new me. We haven't gone through our reviews in a while on iTunes.
Reviews?
Yeah, we have some reviews.
That means we have listeners.
That does mean we have listeners, and it's not just our mamas.
Wow. I don't even know if my mom listens to this.
My mom, she keeps asking, but then she doesn't know how to use a podcast app. So
I know my dad used to listen, and he would yell at us.
Yeah, your dad would. I think we made your dad, who is a pastor, cuss. I think that literally happened. So
literally.
No Austin Leb references. No. Okay, so I don't want to focus on the 5 stars right now, Andrew. Let's start with the good ones. Let's start with the 1-star review.
I don't know. I like this 5-star that Jordan GDJDJS gave us that says 1 out of 1 listeners found this review helpful. Thank you, Jordan.
Wait, what?
It's a solid B+. Jordan, you're my guy.
That solid B plus was the subject of it, and he says interesting topics and funny guys.
Yep. And then right below that,
1 out of 1 listener.
Sorry, right below that one, 2 idiots worth listening to. 5 stars. The podcast is funny. 2 curious Christians, very similar to how I would imagine a monkey thinks about algebra. Love it.
Yes.
Folk Star 1, you are amazing.
You are amazing. All right. So, Andrew, let's go to I want to talk about the 1 star.
All right.
Because I think it's...
Let's go to it.
I think it's 1 star. Okay. I mean, you can see the names if you wanted to. But anyway, let's just start here. I was looking for some positive Christian podcast, but 2 to 4 episodes I listened was talking about cursing being okay and drinking. It hinders non-believers. It sounded like you're trying to justify it being okay, but wasn't even making a convincing argument for yourselves. I believe cursing is wrong and not needed. If there's a question to whether it's right or wrong, just play it safe and don't do it. Why be a stumbling block to your brother?
Ooh, can I go first?
I'm worried, but yes.
All right. So we're not mentioning names, right? But they can see them.
It's public. Yeah. Let's just say... Never mind. Well,
all right. Title of this is Disappointed.
Disappointed.
And since they can see it, I'm going to say names because I want to address this person directly.
Oh God, no!
It's Caroline's Mimi. So, Caroline's Mimi. First thing that you said after I was looking for your generic opening, I listened to was talking about what you listened to was talking about cursing being okay. So if you go back to that episode, I want you to listen to it all the way through because apparently you stopped listening maybe a quarter of the way through it. Because I never once, and the entire time I talked, I said cursing was not okay because the Bible says do not curse.
Now, I don't curse on purpose.
You guys can't see this face I'm giving Dusty. But if his name was Pinocchio, his nose would be growing.
No, I don't curse.
He doesn't. You don't curse excessively.
Yeah, I don't.
You do.
I try
curse.
not. I guess I try not to curse. Right? I didn't start.
I don't
cursing.
know if you try not to, because you you do use it in just normal sentences that I don't understand why.
I don't.
Now,
I'm
there
not
are
a bad
times
guy, Andrew.
There are times you use it in which I understand why you're using it, but I still wouldn't use it because, again, the Bible says not to.
Are you talking about... Dang it.
No.
Good, because that's not a cuss word.
No, dang it is not.
Our pastor...
Said a curse word on stage, yes.
Said not dang it. He didn't say dang it.
He said the other word for it. Now, for those of you who know our pastor...
He's a stumbling block.
Listen to his message.
Yeah.
And then you'll get it.
Then you'll get it.
If you don't know our pastor, don't judge.
Don't judge.
Just comment or send us a message or an email or a message on Facebook, and we will forward you his sermon. And then you can
and
see
his personal phone number and email to get a hold of him.
Yeah. Well, not his personal cell phone number.
Okay.
We'll send you a secretary's number.
Secretary.
And if she wants to forward his number to you, okay.
Okay. So anyway, okay, I guess I need to check myself because I thought I did not warrant that, Andrew. So, anyways,
would you like me to call you out when you do it?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
I prefer not to cuss, and I prefer not to excessively overdrink. So
that is another thing. I don't overdrink, and we weren't trying to make it justify it.
Yeah.
And like you said, we didn't convince ourselves. I don't need to convince myself because I know it's not wrong according to the Bible.
What?
The getting it wrong part according to the Bible is getting drunk and drinking in excessive. 2 beers every now and then, which is I think what I've had this past
day,
almost month, is not excessive.
What I had this morning, 2
Right.
beers every now and then.
Maybe if I do anything in excess, it's drink coffee.
Yeah, and that's just as bad for you, right?
No.
No, okay.
As I'm your foo-foo coffee with all the sugar you put in it,
Hey.
yes.
Hey, those are fighting words.
My black coffee, no.
Hey, by the way, we can just say this now. This coffee is sponsored by Two Sparrows Coffee Company.
The coffee is sponsored by Two Sparrows.
Wait. This podcast, the podcast. Anyways, Two Sparrows Coffee. They're on Instagram and stuff. Check them out. Because they're really great people and they make really good coffee.
It is good coffee.
I guess I should get really great people and make really great coffee.
There you go.
It's not just good; it's great. Anyways, we ran into them. They stayed open so we can catch some coffee, and they were just. It was one of those things like we thought we'd be there for 10 minutes and we were there for like an hour, and we're like, yeah, we gotta go.
By we, he means him and his wife.
My wife,
not me.
Yeah, not Andrew. Andrew, we don't talk. We don't talk outside the podcast.
It's true. So, Caroline, I agree with you. Cursing is wrong and is not needed.
And I do believe also the point where she says, you know, if there's the question to whether it's right or wrong, play it safe and don't do it. I think that's a good standard to have.
Yeah.
But I guess to you, we don't have that question whether it's right or wrong. So we didn't have to play safe and
we don't have to justify it.
Yeah.
Or play it. Now, there is that whole be a stumbling block upon your brother. Mm-hmm. You know, yes, I live by that as well. If I know somebody, like if I go out to dinner with my pastor, I'm not going to drink. Am I being a stumbling block to him? Not necessarily, because he's not tempted by that, but it may be a stumbling block to his witness or to people around who know him and not me. So yes, I have that respect for him as well. But if I'm around somebody who I know is an alcoholic or struggles with it, then I'm not going to drink around them.
Yeah, and I go to Celebrate Recovery with some men's groups stuff, and there's people that struggle with alcohol, and I don't text them pictures of my brewery tour that my wife and I after talking to him and making sure it wasn't a stumbling block, you know, he was fine with it. But I don't like, hey, going out this weekend, or if I'm going out, I'm not going to get a beer in front of him because I know that he probably wants one, and that I would probably give him a good reason to talk himself into it. And so,
yeah, I will caveat what I said, because one of the alcoholics I know, and he'll openly talk about this, he owns a really good pizza shop in town, and he sells beer.
Yeah.
So I will drink beer there. So I guess I will drink around one alcoholic.
Yeah, but you kind of have built that relationship and have that permission, right?
Right.
So you're not...
Especially since he sells it.
Yeah, and you're sensitive to it. Like, if you were to see him start drinking, you would be able to call him out also.
Right.
Because you know his struggle.
Yeah. Now, I wouldn't go to a bar with him, but because I feel that would just be too much temptation at once, an overload.
Yeah. Andrew, we also have a running joke we talked about yesterday at church that you've been hanging out with our pastor more often. And
yes.
It seems like he's just hanging out with you to get some sermon ideas.
Right? So you've been listening to his last couple sermons.
I have. Fingers pointing at Andrew a lot.
He's using all 10 fingers and just pointing at me.
He's talking about the 10 Commandments. He's doing a series on the 10 Commandments, and like every commandment, he's like looking at Andrew. Like, this is what Andrew does. It's like an exact, like he's like, names have been excluded. I'm like, no, it's Andrew.
Yeah, everyone knows. Everyone in that church knows it's me.
Everybody's turning around, rubbernecking over. Where's Andrew at? There he is. Okay.
So funny. I was not in the sermon last week, and my wife and the pastor's wife both were looking all around this sanctuary for me. And I was like, are you kidding me? We all know it's me, guys. You don't need to find me.
You don't need to call it out. Just let them know. All right, let's go to the 3-star. So that was our only 1-star. That's not bad. You know, like, I get where they're coming from.
But it does kind of allude to our past podcast, is Satan a female or male?
Well, that's because the next one is also not male.
Oh, really?
Yes. The next one is we'll go into that here.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't talk. Can't recommend. Topics are great. Okay. All right. I was hoping for a learning, upbeat, funny, great discussion podcast. Now, here's the first thing that I see. The first person, I was looking for a positive Christian podcast, and this is so unmet expectations. Maybe I should put on there, not a learning podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because we're not trying to say that we know everything. We're just trying to spark some conversations and have fun. And we're bros in the Bible Belt.
Yep. Dusty.
Yes.
I'm going to interrupt you real quick because I'm looking at our. This just caught my eye. Customer ratings. You haven't rated this podcast yet.
Oh, whoops.
All right.
All right. Well, we'll get a new review here coming up. Anyways, I was hoping for a learning, upbeat, funny, great discussion podcast. I do enjoy listening to this podcast. I think the topics are great so far, and I love the discussion from all angles. I don't believe in what they believe in most areas, as I'm more conservative, but I have enjoyed listening to the different perspectives. It has,
all right.
Hold up. It has opened up some great discussions in my life and strengthened my beliefs.
Ooh, exactly what we were wanting to do. All right, keep going.
I'm like, that's 5 stars right there.
Right. It has opened
That's
up.
like,
I mean, that's exactly what our intention is.
our intention is to
Spark
open up
discussion.
great discussions.
Yes.
Yes. And with that, you're kind of working out your salvation on
Right.
your own. What
and it
do you
strengthened
believe?
your beliefs, but you
Yeah.
can't recommend us. Go ahead.
So the reason for 3 stars. Well, I can't recommend the podcast because of the dirty jokes, Andrew, and the inappropriate discussions. Seriously. This is supposed to be Christian.
That's what she said.
It has only been 3... What?
I don't know.
It has only been 3 or 4 episodes, but I have listened to. But as I am not male, I do not find these jokes funny or appropriate.
All right. Now, Taffy 2007, I challenge you to a conservative battle. You said you're more conservative. I disagree with you. Because you are not going to find anyone who's more conservative than I am.
Does voting Republican, that just makes you conservative, right?
Yes.
So, okay.
Well,
Actually, I
I mean,
did
not
vote-
necessarily voting. No. 'cause
Actually,
you-
didn't vote for Trump. Dang it.
yeah, you're definitely not a conservative. No, actually, a lot of conservatives I know didn't vote for
I'm
Trump.
joking.
But I did. I didn't vote for him in the primaries, just the... Wait, primaries? Yeah, primaries, just the national.
Yeah,
I voted for Ben Carson.
I did too. I think.
No, you
I didn't.
didn't.
I voted for Trump. I did vote for Trump in the primaries.
No, you didn't.
Who did I vote for?
You voted for...
That was in the national. I voted for Gary Johnson.
There, yes. The Libertarian or something like that?
Yeah. I knew, we're in Oklahoma. Trump's going to win. It's just it's no brainer.
I still voted for the guy I wanted to win overall, which was Ben Carson.
So I guess I feel like conservative and legalistic is kind of a touchy, maybe a close comparison, right? Like
Yeah.
some people say
Yeah.
they're conservative, and yes, they are, but
But
it's
they're-
on the legalistic. I don't know.
Right.
Because I didn't have my first taste of alcohol until I was like 24.
Wow.
So,
You got me beat.
well, yeah, you had 12,
11.
11, yeah. So,
Whoa! My daughter's 11.
oh my gosh, that throws it all into
Wow.
perspective there. So I consider myself conservative. I guess I don't know. I think all that aside, I think even though like why even put the review?
I mean,
that's weird.
You got to be honest. You can't have all 5 stars. And that's good. I like that this is a 3-star. And, I do like that we have a ton of 5 stars because it just shows that what we're trying to accomplish is working.
We're like, some people
But-
get it
Right.
more.
But, I mean, she gets what she says, exactly what we're trying to do in there. It has opened up some great discussions in my life and strengthened my beliefs. That is great. That's exactly what we're trying to do. Thank you for putting that in there. And honestly, thank you for the 3 out of 5 stars. Because that's exactly what we're trying to do. I understand that, the dirty jokes. And between Dusty and I, we say that's what she said a lot because of The Office. We both love The Office.
Michael Scott.
Yes, and so we say that a lot. So yes, I get that those are inappropriate for some Christians, and that women typically don't find these funny or appropriate.
But I dare you to go undercover at a pastor's conference, and you're going to hear way worse. than that, or
Yes.
same or worse. But I've heard a
Yes.
lot worse at a pastor's conference.
I was just out to dinner with somebody this past weekend, and we were talking about doing cocaine. I mean, and this is somebody that you wouldn't think would talk like that, but yeah. I'm not going to say who it is, but yeah. These two reviews are kind of what our podcast talks about. Christians are stuffy, and they're supposed to be in this box and of a certain mold. And that's what our podcast is about, is breaking that mold and showing Christians don't have to be 100% the exact same, and that the Bible doesn't tell us to be in a mold, and it's up for interpretation. You judge the cloudy with the clear. There's another one of our pastor's sayings.
We're just going to trademark everything that he does and make it our own.
That's right. Sorry, Pastor, but that's now all of our stuff. It's on the podcast, so you have the burden of proof now. Because yours is just on sermons, and no one listens to those.
Nobody listens. You probably borrowed that from somebody else.
So you judge the cloudy with the clear. And so if you're uncertain with something, you find something in the Bible that clarifies that, is essentially what that means. But Christian, you can't put God in a box. So how can you put Christians in a box?
Well, and the hard thing that I have is how can I think that I'm right about everything? Like, I can't. Like, you look around in the Bible Belt where we're at, and we are in the Bible Belt, Andrew.
Well, 100%. We're the buckle of the belt.
Yeah. Because of obesity, it's expanded to include Oklahoma. But
not include. I think everybody in Oklahoma is obese.
That too. But so for me, we look around, as I'm driving to work, I pass about 3 or 4 churches.
Is that it?
All different.
Oh, wait, you only drive half a mile to work.
I only drive half a mile to work, and I pass 3 or 4 churches, but they're all different denominations.
Right.
So their belief system. There's some that are like more Pentecostal, like very, very conservative, dresses only, stuff like that.
Right.
There's some like ours that's more redneck. Wear your bring your fishing pole to church Sundays. Stuff like that.
Right.
And then there's like the people in between, I guess. And so there's just how do I believe that I'm right over somebody else would be very like stupid of me.
Right. I just realized, Dusty, within a tenth of a mile from your house, you have 2 churches. One of them is my church, actually. Fisher Baptist.
Fisher Baptist. Yeah, within a tenth of a mile.
Yeah. And then right here, you have this other church.
I can literally walk to church.
Either direction.
I can go.
Yeah.
I can go morning and afternoon service.
There you go. Except I don't think either one of those have afternoon services. They're both more traditional churches.
They probably got Sunday school. I can go to Sunday school.
Sunday school at one and the sermon at the other.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Anyways, I don't want to talk about them. That one church pulls out in front of me all the time when they leave the parking lot. Just stupid.
So, I mean, these 2 reviews actually kind of highlight what our podcast is doing.
And like what you were saying, alludes to the argument, is Satan male or female?
Yes.
So they're both, one's a Mimi, so that's a female, and then one just says that she's not male. So yeah, I don't know. That's a pretty good argument there. That's just continuing that Satan male or female.
Yeah. So
discussion.
guys, let us know.
Let us know what you think. So we'll just run through a couple of these other 5 stars. I do apologize for not calling these out. Like this one's from August of 2018, but it says the show has great sound quality and they occasionally make me laugh, especially episode 45, where Dusty is super excited that he had over 5,000 downloads. I never laughed so hard in my life. That's a good accomplishment.
Right. Now, I love the next line because it's, bless his heart.
Keep it up, guys.
And if anyone in the Christian world knows what bless his heart means, it means you're an idiot.
Yep.
And
when somebody spills coffee on themselves and you say, bless your heart, you're really just saying, you idiot, how do you spill coffee on yourself?
Yes. So,
Stupid.
Hog Monster, thank you for confirming what we already knew, is Dusty's an idiot.
Yeah, and Izzy, thanks for also giving us 5 stars. Says great content. I've only listened to 1 episode. Well, that's all That's
all you need.
That's all we need.
We're done.
And I already love this podcast. I'm across the border over here in Gravette, Arkansas. And I just wanted to let y'all know. She said, y'all. I want to let y'all know.
Speaking our language right there.
Yeah, that this is amazing content. Now, that's a little too far. Just pull it back a little bit, But thank you for saying that. I'm sorry that you said that in March, and I'm just now saying thanks.
Yes.
So, my bad.
Oh, hey, look at this one guy. Might be a little biased, the one fish. Great show, guys. You are definitely sparking conversation about these topics and not just following the crowd. You are truly showing James 122 in your show. Just in case anyone was curious.
Thank you, the one fish, for that superb compliment back in 2015.
I mean, that guy is amazing.
Like you were there at the very beginning.
Right.
It's just amazing.
Definitely one of our superstar listeners. Thank you.
We appreciate it so much. I just want to... Shay B. That's my wifey. My wifey. She's really enjoying the podcast and even got the book.
Did she get the book or did she steal your book?
Did I get the book and then she stole the book? I don't know. Did she read the book? That's what matters. You bought the book.
I like the way you guys give your opinions as well as the funny stories. Can't wait to see you guys talk about what you guys talk about after this book.
And now she's like, oh, God,
why am I still listening to this?
Why are they still having a podcast? How is this possible? And that's what we feel like. 5,000 downloads, dang it. Actually, we're like at 15,000. William from Harper Set, we've had him on a podcast a few times.
Yeah.
He has his own marketing podcast, and he keeps sending me like screenshots of how many people listen to our podcast. And he goes, who is listening to you guys? And I'm like, I have no idea.
Well, there's one person's in Gravette, Arkansas. So
yeah, one person
in
Arkansas. Yeah. Very few in Oklahoma. So, come on, guys.
I still can't believe we've done this entire podcast. I called you out on it, and you still haven't rated us.
Oh, no, I'll raid later.
I mean, clearly we already saw that I rated us.
Yeah, you jumped on board with that. So, anyways, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back again, and hopefully Andrew will be back next time.
If you will remind me in the morning, like before
we
time.
Go? Okay. And if you would like to, as a listener, and haven't already, put a review on there, we'd like to see it. Or just send us hate mail on Facebook. That's cool, too. Actually, we don't get hate mail. Everybody's really nice to us. But
I don't know. We've received a couple messages on Facebook.
It's Facebook.
Actually, I think we've gotten more on Well, I think that's really all we've gotten on Facebook, other than people wanting to be on the show.
Yeah, we get a lot of people wanting to be on the show.
It's either hate mail or can I be on your show?
Yeah, exactly. So, either way, then we get hate mail because they're not on the show. And it's not because we don't like them. It's because
we have a lot of requests.
We have a lot of requests, and I just have a certain amount of time.
Right. As you guys can tell, we haven't published a podcast in a couple months.
Well, I published...
You published one, didn't you?
Two. Anyways, yeah, Andrew, thanks for being involved in the podcast. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, may as well call it Bubble Bell Bro.
Bro? Because I don't have any friends. Anyways, thank you for tuning in and listening, and we'll have a great week.
Hey, we'll be back next week, guys.
We'll be back next week. Andrew's coming over.
Take it easy.
Let's do it.